Good morning, Rosalita and Isabella. How has this week been for the two of you?
Fine.
Isabella, how was your week?
Do you see how she acts? There's no respect. You ask her a question, and she acts as if she doesn't hear you. At home, she never listens, never spends time with her family. All that's important to her is her friends.
Maybe because all you do is yell at me and demand things from me.
I'm your mother. It's your job to listen and respect your parents. When I was your age, I would have never even thought about speaking to my parents like this.
For the last time, I'm not you. How many times do I have to say this?
Okay, with your permission, Rosalita and Isabella, I would like to try a new exercise this week to help you both be able to understand each other more. Would that be okay with the both of you?
I suppose so.
Whatever.
Great. I would like to try a common ground exercise. This exercise will give each of you a chance to speak and explain to each other what you're feeling and what you would like each other to really understand. While one of you are speaking, the other will be listening. Once you are finished speaking, the person who is listening will have a chance to paraphrase what you heard the person speaking say. The speaker will then have the opportunity to add any other points that they feel were missed until they feel their message was heard entirely. Do you have any questions?
That sounds fair.
We both get to speak?
Yes, you both will have an opportunity to speak and say whatever you feel is important for the other person to hear. Does that sound fair?
Yeah.
Yes.
Before we begin, I would like to go over some ground rules for this exercise and explain my part today. The first rule is that I would like to discuss is that this is a safe place for all of us. I would like us to refrain from name calling and negative language. Secondly, while one of you is speaking to the other person will be listening, and what is being said is not interrupting the other person. Does that sound agreeable?
Yes.
Wonderful. I will facilitate this exercise by giving you each a chance to speak and making sure that our ground rules are not broken. If the ground rules are broken, I am going to direct us back to the task at hand. Rosalita, would you like to speak first, or would you prefer Isabella to speak first?
I would like to speak first.
Isabella, is that all right with you?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay, Rosalita. Whenever you are ready, you can begin telling Isabella what you would like her to do.
Oh, well, Isabella, your father and I have to work very hard to give you and your brother and sister the life that you have. We came to this country to give you a life and an opportunity that we would never have back home. Your grandparents worked very hard to give us what we had, and we could never dream of being able to have an education or the chance to have a well-respected job. Our dream is to give you a life that we never had, and we work hard and do what we do so you can be whatever you dream of being. It feels that instead of embracing this gift and working with us, you're fighting against us and throwing away everything we have worked for and all our roots so that you can spend time with your friends.
That's not true at all. That's just how you and Dad see it because that's all you want.
Isabella, remember, you will have your turn to speak, but right now you're paraphrasing what you heard your mother say.
Fine. Mother, what I hear you say is that you and Dad feel like I'm not appreciative that you gave us this life in America and that you feel like I should be doing more to better myself.
Rosalita, is that your entire message to Isabella?
I do wish that you were more appreciative, but I also worry that you're going to miss out on opportunities, like your education, and that you're going to forget your background and what is important, like your family, because you are so focused on your friends.
You are concerned that I feel my friends are more important than family or school.
Rosalita, did Isabella understand everything you were saying?
Yes, that's what I was trying to get her to understand.
Great. You are both doing wonderful so far. Now we'll be able to switch roles, and Isabella, you will be able to speak to your mother, and Rosalita, you will listen and paraphrase what Isabella had to say.
I understand it was difficult for you and Dad to come to our country and start over. I also understand that school is important, but you and Dad place a lot of pressure on me to do well in school and well in sports so I can get into college. Hanging out with my friends helps me feel less stressed, and like I can just be a teenager without worrying constantly about college or letting you and Dad down.
Rosalita, can you please paraphrase what you heard Isabella saying?
What you're saying is that you feel a lot of pressure from your father and I to do well, and being with your friends gives you a break from that pressure?
Yes, and it also helps me to worry less about letting you and Dad down if I don't do well. I know that you worry I'm forgetting where we came from, but I'm also an American, and hanging out with my friends, hanging out with my friends is, part of the American culture and part of my background too, not just the Hispanic side.
Okay. So what you're saying is that you value both your Hispanic and American culture, and that being with your friends is not you forgetting about your family or your Hispanic side, but a different part of you and a chance to relax.
Exactly. I don't forget about our values or how important family and school are.
Isabella, is there any part of the message that you feel like your mother did not understand, or is there anything that you would like to add?
No, I think she understood me.
You both did really great with this exercise. Did you feel like it helped you to listen and understand what both of you were saying to one another and help each other feel heard and understood?
I think this helped me to understand more of where my mom is coming from.
Yes, I feel I have a better understanding of Isabella's point of view now.
Good. I'm glad you enjoyed this exercise.